Have you had that? Have you ever been punished? I'm a girl and I got punished.
All the time.
All the time, bro.
And I was his favorite. I was his favorite child. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to another Basic Series episode podcast. This podcast aims to provide Islamic education and life questions as a Muslim at the comfort of your home or wherever you are. Without further ado, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Latifa.
My name is Hadi.
My name is Brother Mahdi.
My name is Aiman.
And together we are
The Basic Series.
Basic Series brought to you by...
Pepsi?
We haven't... No,
That's a lie.
we haven't had any sponsors.
we need sponsors so that these people can eat. Or not, they will eat grass tomorrow.
Oh no. Yes, please.
No, it's to sustain Basic Series.
Yes.
So we can have more podcasts like this. We
Yes.
can call...
Can share more knowledge.
And we can do
stories.
more
The more
things.
it's like more money you give, Brother Mother will give will do more research. And then he can do more.
If we have more more income from the sponsor, we can have more scholars. We can invite scholars come down and
Yes.
sharing more knowledge.
From a different perspective.
And then we can also do
stuff.
some. We used to do some charity work before.
Yeah.
We can do that kind of charity work. Give out.
Oh, you
dates.
mean yes, give out dates.
Dates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Inshallah.
All right.
Inshallah.
Perfect.
Inshallah.
So today's topic is about leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So with this topic, let's all start from our daily life. Leadership in our life from when we're younger to now.
Yeah.
Like what do you guys see it? Like how do you view leadership? And what have you been up to lately?
She's jumble. Which question you want me to answer first?
Okay, wait, let's go from what have you been up to? And then you can
But before that, is our mic alright?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
I feel like
Yes.
it's a bit soft. Is it
Is
soft?
it?
It's okay.
No, it's fine. Mine's
It's
okay.
fine.
I think it's just
Alright.
yours. Anyways, yeah, what have you been up to? So everyone is going to have a task. What you've
Yep.
been up to, we're going to share that. And also our views of leadership from when we're younger or like the future, like what you envision yourself to be as a leader. I feel like that's important.
I've been just work and
Like-
edit the. I didn't really edit the podcast now. I
That's
feel
more
bad.
like Nadira.
Yes. So shout out to Nadira for editing. She stay up late night, and my job is to accompany her to
Yes.
edit. That's my job. But I've been working. I got a new role. So
wow.
I've been busy
That's good.
doing
Mashallah.
So
Alhamdulillah.
learning my new role. So
Yeah.
so I've been busy for that. So how about yourself?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I've just been busy with we have so many activities or many programs beside Basic Series. Apart from my
Such like.
apart from my full-time job, I am doing some sharing session in some mosques. I also run I read weekend madrasah in Arukun Rockingham Masjid.
So shout out to anyone who listen to us who's from Rockingham and who have children between the age of
5 to
5 to
12, 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of them are 13 years
Send
old.
your kids to Brother Mahathir. He will take care and spank them.
Inshallah. So yeah,
Every weekend.
every Saturday
Oh,
during
every
school
Saturday.
terms. Every
Okay,
Saturday,
yeah.
during school terms, we have
Yeah.
I Read program. I Read is very unique. It's like Islamic religious education and da'wah.
No.
I Read.
Ah.
So
Clever.
how we get this name?
That's so cool.
Can promote I Read. Yeah, maybe I Read can sponsor Basic Series. I Read is come from the word I read. And
Yeah, I was gonna say.
when you translate in Arabic, is read means ikra.
Yeah.
So where these kids have been sent to the Rockingham Masjid to read or to
Yeah.
learn ikra, to learn Quran.
So it's Islamic
much.
Rockingham
Islamic religious
or religious education
and da'wah.
and da'wah.
I read.
Religious education and da'wah. It's
How
almost
many-
like the ilm
Yes.
practice amal. Oh, amal is not in it. Sorry, I thought it was
Da'wah is there.
dakwah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dakwah.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah.
So so we get the kids to read Quran, get closer to Allah, understand the religion. So that's what I've been busy with on every Saturday, the activities in I read. But
Yes, sir.
alhamdulillah.
Brother Aiman.
Yeah, same thing. Busy with full-time job, so trying to enjoy the weekend. Nowadays, I don't know about you guys. I feel like the weekends is
It's so
short,
quick.
so quick.
Goes by like this.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So yeah,
But yeah.
I'm happy to be here, do something valuable at least.
Alhamdulillah.
Interesting.
I have to be proud of myself. Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Oh, good.
Right, let's continue.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't ask Latifa.
Oh yeah, Latifa.
Okay. I've just got my full-time job, and then I got my second job where I
Second
teach
Wow.
like adults and stuff like that how to be confident in speaking English in Indonesia. It's just like 1 hour a day.
Is it online?
It's Zoom.
Oh,
Yeah.
online. Cool.
Yeah, so they're
1
like
hour a day, every day, a week.
pretty much depends on what but they've been putting me on like 2 days each week.
Yeah.
So I take one of those classes, and they're just trying to get that, out of the comfort zone to don't feel embarrassed because they get judged for speaking English in Indonesia.
So you're teaching more of the articulations.
Yeah, the
and stuff?
articulation and just talking about lives in overseas and like just how to overcome it really, because they feel like being judged by their own people and they need it for work as well. So like helping them like how to be more confident in like doing public speaking at work when like doing presentations and stuff.
Yep.
Because obviously like with some jobs I struggle with that. So it's kind of nice to like hear like from my perspective and other stuff. It's actually good.
So you must have a very good leadership skill there to make people feel confident in speaking
In
English.
saying that, though, it's just, I would say, Alhamdulillah, I do have that
Alhamdulillah.
skill.
It's good. Inshallah.
But I wouldn't say I'm a leadership. I'm still learning. It's a progress.
Everyone is
Yeah.
still learning. Yeah.
It's a-
Our knowledge, like previous episode, is like, the knowledge is like the water, like the sea.
yes.
So, we still like can absorb
Yeah.
more.
I feel like every day you're constantly learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True,
Well,
true.
in fact, like myself, even I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm still learning,
Yeah.
to make sure that I'm leading the family to
Yeah.
the right way, to the right path, and doing the right things.
Yeah.
It's all learning curve. We're still learning, but it's very important to have some leadership skills in us.
Yeah.
Especially in terms of learning sacred knowledge.
Yeah.
We need to go to the right leaders. We
Yeah.
need to go to the right person to lead us.
Yeah.
The right
To the right
source,
path.
to lead us
Yeah.
to the right path. That's why in the story of Prophet Ibrahim, he said that he's a waladun Rashid. Right? He's intelligent and he can lead people. He's a leader. So in order for you to to find someone that can lead you, someone that can really hold your hands to bring you to the right path, you need to find a good leaders that are intelligent, that can and it's also really important for us to learn from we call it chain sanad, right? To the leader that learn from his teacher to his teacher to his teacher, all the way to
It's
the
like a
prophet.
step.
Yeah, all the way to the Prophet ﷺ, right?
Yeah.
And then also that the leader that can bring us to the right path, teach us the right path, not teaching us to do something is against the religions of Islam. Leaders are that have iman, have faith, that believe in Allah, strong iman, strong faith in religion, and also that the leaders that put into practice. They themselves put into practice about what they taught, what they teach, right? Because Allah has mentioned in the Quran, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. Oh believers, why you say something that you don't practice?
Yeah.
Right? You call people you tell people, okay, you pray, okay, you salat, Zuhur come, you salat, but you yourself don't salat.
Yes.
I have experienced before. This father, he's a heavy smoker. He found out his son smoking,
Yeah.
and then he said that you don't smoke.
Yes.
You cannot smoke, but he himself is a smoker.
Yeah.
So that's that kind of he wants his son to do this right thing.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so he himself, the leader himself, need to, what do you call it? Preach when you talk. You talk to preach or something like that.
Yeah.
What you say, you must preach. What you preach, you must
Walk the talk.
Yes, walk the talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing that our religion does not just talk about our relationship with the mighty being and
But
our,
also,
Yeah.
See,
how you should live.
Yeah.
Practical things.
Yeah.
like life,
Talking
the essence
about-
of life, basically.
Like smoking just now about parenting.
Yeah.
Who do you guys ask if you guys were like when you were younger if you want to go out to go play in the playground or you want to go sleep over or to do something? Who do you ask, like your mom or your dad? Is it because your dad is more scary?
It's a bit of both for me.
Yeah.
It depends. Like I know sometimes if I ask my mom, I remember when I was little, I would ask mom, and she goes, "Go and ask your Abba, double check with
They
him."
always do that. They always
Yeah,
like,
she's like, go and double check. And I was like, oh, okay. And then my dad was like, okay, cool. You can make sure you come home during this time. I remember exactly. This was the first time that I shit anywhere else. So when I was little
What
in
did you say?
Darwin. So
First time
first time sharing this
Sharing, yep,
in this incident. So when I was little, when we were in Darwin, we lived in a unit, right? So it was my first time sleeping over. And then my dad said yes, but then I didn't come home on time. And then what he did was he made me stand up with one leg for like a couple minutes with like my hand at the back.
Is that punishment?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So with my dad, he will give you permission to go sleep over, go and hang out with your friends. But if you don't come home on time or you don't commit to what he said, he will punish you.
Right.
That's how my
Is that
parents
fair?
was.
Is that fair, guys?
Well, yeah, it's
Part
So then I don't ask
part of
anything.
parent. Yeah. So, yeah. Ayman, do you have any experience?
Yeah, I mean, following from that story, I can definitely relate because it's his house, his rules. You are under his care.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we're young, we don't have knowledge. All we want to do
Yeah.
is have fun, right?
Yeah,
Now, growing up, that we understand that we need to follow.
we fell out.
Yeah. There are always
Have you
rules
had
to follow.
that? Have you ever been punished? I'm a girl and I got
Of
punished.
course. All the time.
All the time, bro.
And I was his
Like,
favorite. I was his favorite child.
I mean, when I ask my dad would say, ask your mom. When I ask my mom said, ask your dad.
Yeah, that too.
So cool.
But yeah, I've
So cool parent.
I mean, I get smacked
Yeah.
with. I don't want to mention the things, but I get smacked before when I was younger. So I just went out and then didn't come back home, just went to play and then I just get distracted and then my
Yeah.
friend said, "Oh, let's go to the next playground," and then go to the next playground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so far away from home. And then I came back home late and I said, Where you been? We've been calling everyone. We activated everyone to find you and everything. I'm a kid where I always like to adventure and just like walk here, walk there. Even to the point that I was in doing Umrah in Mecca.
Oh, wow.
And I was just praying with my dad and Hakim, my brother. And then I turned around. I was distracted at some Arab boys, kids. And I just turned around. I looked back. My dad was gone, missing. I was so scared. I'm like, what do I do? Then I was climbing off on this one of the pillar, like on the side pillar. I just like they have like a slope kind of thing. I just stepped and looked everywhere for my dad. And everyone's wearing white. Everyone's wearing jubah and everything. I couldn't find my dad. And then I remember the mutawif or the guide that guide us. He said, anything, look for this sign. And the sign was yellow color because every door that there's blue, yellow and whatnot signs. Like I was still young. I was about 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
So, very smart. So I just say, follow the yellow exit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I walk all the way to the yellow exit and then I walk. I recognize the hotel because the hotel all look the same.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I walk. And then my grandpa's like, are you alone? I say, yeah, I'm alone. And then my mom already activated everyone to find us in the,
Yeah. Sure.
but yeah, for me, I will always ask my mom for permission because normally
She's cool.
yeah.
When talk about asking permission, right? There's one time Prophet ﷺ, he lived with, Anas bin Malik, he lived with Prophet ﷺ for 10 years as our language, we call it as a PA, personal assistant. Sulaim is the mother of Anas bin Malik. She gave Anas to the Prophet ﷺ because she got nothing. Because the moment Prophet ﷺ hijrah, migrated to Medina, There's so many rich people. They want to take the blessings from the prophets. They give food, they give camels, they give house, they give, also they just offer the Prophet ﷺ any help. You just let us know, because that's why they call it Ansar. Ansar, the people, the helpers, helping. So Muslim, she also want to get the blessings, and then she want to give something to prophets, but she don't have anything because she's poor. So she give Anas bin Malik, she give her son, and he says, Ya Rasulullah, I don't have, O Messenger of Allah, I don't have anything. All right, I give it you, my son. So Anas bin Malik live with Prophet ﷺ for 10 years. So it's one moment that the Prophet ﷺ asked Anas to go buy something. So Anas, you go out and buy something. So Anas went out. On the way to the shop, he forgot. So he met his friend that playing on the street. And then
sound very familiar.
And then he play with friend. He's forgotten that he need to buy something. And then after some time, the Prophet was like, "Where is this Anas?" So he went. The Prophet he went out his house. He go and find Anas, and he saw Anas playing with the kids.
Oh my god!
And then he come from the back. He approached Anas from the back. He gripped Anas from the back. He closed his eyes. Anas found out, who is this? And then he start to realize the smell of this man is really nice. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then he touched the hand on his eyes, which is a very soft hands and smell beautifully. That's where he start to realize this is Prophet. And then he purposely, backwards his body.
What did he use, man? Nivea hand rub or something? My hand is
Nivea
so
wasn't
raw.
back then. No, it's
Olive
probably
oil.
it's probably wudu for making wudu and stuff.
This is because he's the
Zam-zam.
best. Why his hand is soft? Because he's the best of creation.
Allah.
So Anas, he backwards his body, touched the body of Prophet ﷺ, and then when the Prophet opened up his let go his hand, and Anas saw him. Anas saw the Prophet ﷺ smiling and asking him, "Where is the stuff that I asked you to buy?" Anas is so scared, he gets scolded. He run away from the Prophet because he ran away to the shop. While running, he turned his eyes and see the Prophet ﷺ. He turned his head to see the Prophet, and he saw from distance the Prophet ﷺ smiling, looking at him.
Allah.
What I'm trying to say here, this is how the Prophet ﷺ, teach when his household, the Anas that lived with him on that day. Although Anas made some mistakes, he did not get angry. While he teach with love and kindness.
I feel like that's a dad thing as well, where like you cannot just. I feel like he was like a father figure to Anas at that time, so he can't be angry. And I feel like that's my dad sometimes. When we do mistake, he's just like, astaga, like, ya ampun. Okay, like you can't be angry. And that's why he just smiled. And I think that's how everyone should be when they raise their kids. Like kids at a young age.
You need like a good cop and bad cop in a household. They cannot be both bad cop.
It has to have a balance.
Of course. They have a balance.
Did you do that in your household, like you and your wife? The bad cop, who's the good cop?
The thing is, that is not pretty normal for parents, right? For husband and wife. When the mother get angry, the husband will be the person that cooling the whole situation down.
Yes.
If the father get angry, the mother is the one who's to cool the situation down.
Yeah.
So it has to be balanced. And then that way the children know where to go. Okay, if my daddy is angry, I go to mommy. If mommy is angry, I go to daddy. So if we
I had one situation where both were angry. I'm like, oh my god.
That's your grandma.
So that's where the parents, husband and wife need to know, they need to play
I feel
their
like
role.
crying, man. I remember those days.
So they need to play their role that way. Cannot be both angry and cannot be both too lenient. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit hard. But the Prophet ﷺ taught us something beautiful in hadith. He said that Adibu awladakum ala salah khisal. You see, the word he's used also Adibu. No? Adibu means teach adab, teach character, teach etiquette to your children with three things. And all these three things encompassing from one word called hub, love. So just now Anas lived with Prophet, and Latifah also mentioned, because that the love the kids so much, they cannot be angry. They have to be, express some love, that smile, right? So the Prophet said, teach us hubbu nabiyukum, love your Prophet. Teach your children to love your Prophet. Because why? Prophet uswatun hasanah. He is the best exemplar. perfect person, perfect creation of perfect person that Allah has created on the surface of this earth.
Yes.
Our Prophet ﷺ. So the Prophet ﷺ taught remind us to teach your children to love the prophets. And you see, adibu to learn, and then also learn the adab of the Prophet, the character of the Prophet. All right. And then second, hubbu ali baitihi, and love the family household of the Prophet ﷺ.
Yep.
And then lastly, watilawatil Quran, to teach them how to learn Al-Quran. So in other words, to love of learning, reading Al-Quran.
So recap. So the first one is, I'm asking me.
You need to love the prophets.
You need to love the Prophet.
To love the prophets.
And then the household,
The family members.
the family members.
Different members.
Yep.
And then
And then the Quran.
Tilawatil Quran, reading Al-Quran.
reading.
It's reading the Quran.
Reading
You love
Quran.
to learn how to read.
Yeah, these three things that the Prophet teach us. So parents, and then the first syllabus is from the institutions of the parents. It's not school. The
Yes.
first syllabus of all these educations should come from the institution of the parents. So
I agree.
the school that we go through, that we subscribe or we enroll ourselves, is from the house first.
It's
before
like
we-
how they said the apple don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, it's Proverbs.
It's a saying, because what you said is right. It's that how a kids has the characters,
Yep.
the characters that they've developed. It's exactly how they've been raised in that household.
Yeah. So if you see, if in your household, if the parents making salat, prayer, right? Although they have young children around him,
They'll follow.
they will follow.
Yeah.
No matter what, they will follow. I've seen one parents, they have one area in their house like a prayer room, and they pray that in that place. They read Quran in that place, and they also have young kids. And then when I was sitting with them with the parents, because they practice that in their house in salat, in congregation with the family. When we are talking, I can see in the background their kids playing salat in the prayer room.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's how the institutions of the parents is very important to teach our children, to instill the religion from into our
From
hearts,
young,
in our children's hearts, starting from the household. So, inshallah. So, and then it's a responsibility of a parents, a husband, or the wife, to establish the institution in the house with a religious education.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have like a good balance between the world and the religion.
Yeah, of course. And then also there's a balance, like bring the kids to the park
Yeah.
and then kick some balls
Yeah.
or playgrounds, bicycles, or rollerblade,
Or
skateboard,
horse riding,
yeah.
basketball.
There's some horses at the back here if you guys want to come over.
But not yours, eh?
Not mine. Just say there's horses. Yeah.
Oh God.
Alhamdulillah.
Did we touch all the topics that we plan to discuss today?
I don't know. Have we? Have we?
Alhamdulillah.
I think we did. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah,
Unless you want to share, because I know you're in the process of wanting to. Is it like a workshop?
yeah. So that's inshallah.
I feel like this topic will be really good
because
Because you guys
yeah.
are married. Like you guys would benefit.
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing some marriage course for young couple or
Yeah.
couple to be. So it's in the progress. Hopefully, we can do it in basic
Yeah.
series.
Inshallah, we are happy to have you.
So yeah, we will. Hopefully, so will come through.
Because
Inshallah.
I feel like
Still in
leadership is really good in a household. Because finding the right partner
yeah,
to guide you through.
in the Quran, Allah mentions.
Yeah.
Allah mentioned in the Quran. Ar-rijalu qawwaminu 'ala nisa. The man is the leader. Qawwaminu. Qawwam means come from the word qiyam or qama.
Yeah.
Qiyam,
Standing.
stand, right?
Yeah.
Ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala nisa. The man is the leader towards the woman, right?
Yes. And we just
that means a
nurture.
husband, the leader is towards the wife.
Yeah.
What it means by qawwamuna here means that if come from the word qiyam, right, means stand. Stand the rights of the wife. Stand the protect the wife.
Correct.
Take care of the wife.
Yeah.
Don't harm the wife. You have to, look after the wife. That's what it means.
And if she did something wrong, make sure you don't, make her far away from you, make sure you take care of it in a right way,
Yeah.
where it brings you guys closer.
So that's what dakwah come.
Yeah.
Learn, advise, discuss,
Yes.
teach the wife.
Yeah.
And then there's another verse in the Quran also. Allah mentioned, "Hunna libasun lakum wa antum libasun lahun." The hunna libasun lakum. So the wife is the garment of the husband. Likewise, the husband also is the garment of the wife.
Yeah.
Allah used the word beautifully. Like just now, the man is the.
You sound very like a Khodi.
What's a Cody?
From Star Wars?
No, Khodi as in like the one that do the ceremony for the
Marriage
marriage
ceremony.
ceremony. Marriage ceremony.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cody. Oh.
Yeah, so
Tok
Allah
hadis.
used the word garment, right? What does garment mean? If we put on shirts,
it's
Especially-
cover yourself.
cover yourself. That means
Actually, it's to protect us from the
protect.
wind, like protect us from the sun.
sun. You protect from the sun can harm your skin. You got the skin
Cancer,
cancer. You
yeah.
can,
If you don't
have
put
that.
sunscreen on,
Yeah.
so you got to wear a garment.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Allah used the word garments means the wife is the one who make the husband feel comfortable. If you're in the cold weather, you put jumper, you put good clothing, you make feel warm and
Yes.
comfortable. That's the roles of the wife. And then not only wife roles to make husband comfortable. Allah say it's also garment for the wife.
I mean,
The
if
husband
the
also need to
husband is big. I mean, she's wearing XXL.
So it's even more comfortable. More comfortable. So it's beautiful that and it covers not only for comfortable, they also cover from harm, and cover the aib, the shortcomings of the husband. The wife need to cover up, not to expose it. So that's the function and the responsibility of a husband and wife.
That's right.
In fact, I always advise the new couple or to-be couple, don't focus on your rights.
Yeah.
Focus on your responsibility.
Yeah.
So if you focus on your rights, you always expecting the other person to be perfect.
I feel like how people should see it is that marriage is a team.
Exactly.
It's a team. So like when you're together, both you and your husband needs to be working together how to make this home a safe place and a comfort place for you and your kids. And then let's say if your husband goes to work, as a wife, you're going to take care of your kids, make sure your kids are safe, like the house is good, like that comes to like the prayers,
Yeah.
cooking and stuff like that. And then when the husband comes back home, you work together as a team.
I wouldn't lie, but when we got married, me and Nadira, we got advice by the Qadi to focus on the rights of your spouse rather than you focus on my rights. So for example, my right might be this. But when I start to focus on hers, she start to love me more, or she start to I start to you can see the fruit. You can see the
Positive vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
that she's happy with me,
Correct.
respecting her and
Yeah.
doing what she likes,
Mm.
and then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
she
it makes you
start
feel good.
She start
Doing good things for you.
good thing, and then it's just back and forth. So you should make that first step to do good for that person, and it will just come. Because if I weren't
Like
given that advice,
selfish or
I'll be like,
thinking,
oh no, you haven't done my right. What should I do for
Yeah.
you? And then when I got that advice, I'm like, whoa, this is a very perfect recipe for like a good marriage. Like respect that person's right and do it for them first, and then they will realize they would feel it because they can feel the warmness, they can feel the love, and
that's what a true leadership does to you.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
That takes
And then
place.
perfect person, when you talk about perfect, right? Perfect person to follow is our Prophet Muhammad SAW. He said about when it comes to your responsibility or your interaction with your spouse, he said that khairukum li ahli wa ana khairukum li ahli. The best of you is those who are doing good towards your family. And I am among you the best towards my own family. And he's the best character. He's the best exemplar, the perfect exemplar.
Yeah.
And he is the best towards his family. So he is our role model to become a good husband, to become a good spouse. He is our a person to go.
That's right.
Inshallah.
Wow, a few key points to take away home today. I think number one was about how a man is supposed to lead
Yeah.
the wife in the household, but that doesn't make a man better. We know that
Yeah.
God made us a degree above women.
Yes.
Not that we are better,
Yeah.
stronger than women. I'm just
It's
talking
not.
from a point of the world. view.
Yeah.
But you're better because we
As a
have,
person.
yes, because we have more responsibility.
Yes.
And we know that there is no honor without responsibility,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
So that's number one. And number two is that in a household, we need to focus on the responsibilities and the rights of your partner, not yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a good. Yeah,
It's a good good takeaway. I hope everyone remembers that.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I should
You should join us more.
practice that more. No, it's very important because when you mention about if you focus on your rights,
Yes.
You are expecting.
you're expecting.
You
And
have
that's
high
And
expectations.
always
That's
get
very
this-
true.
And then you get this heart.
and that's very toxic.
I feel ashamed once
Yeah.
saying that I want my rights,
Yeah.
and then I don't pray on time.
Yeah.
I don't do the ibadah on time and everything. And how about Allah's rights? When He asked me, and I feel so ashamed that I want my rights. Like I want my parents to do something for me. I want my wife to do something for me. I'm like, that's my rights. And I said, no, I haven't focused on my ibadah to be on time. And I feel very ashamed, and I'm like, okay, I have to do something to do, even to Allah's I would say the ibadah that He asked us to do. Yeah.
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Very good.
Alrighty, perfect. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. Do comment to us what other topics that you guys would like to discuss about. And then don't forget to share with your loved one. See you guys next Friday.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
يا ربنا اعترفنا بأننا اكترفنا وأننا أسرفنا على لظى أشرفنا فتب علينا توبة تغسل كل حوبة واستر لنا العورات وآمن الروعات واغفر لوالدينا ربي ومولودينا والأهل والإخوان وسائر الخلان وكل ذي محبة أو جيرة أو صحبة والمسلمين أجمع آمين ربي فاسمع فضلا وجودا منا لا باكتساب منا بالمصطفى الرسول نهضى بكل سول صلى وسلم ربي عليه عند الحب وآله والصحب عداد تشي السحب والحمد لله في البدء والتناهي آمين.